Towards the start of the year, after a quarter had gone by, my algebra students were not performing as high as we wanted them to. My principal had called on my coach to help support me to see how we could break that pattern of failure between the strategic students and the core students. We really had to show them how to keep organized. After each lesson we had to tell them, this is where your homework goes, this is where your notes go. It was important that we give them the material so that they could equally access the curriculum as my core students did. And when we checked for understanding, we would call in non-volunteers, we would use like whiteboards, pair share, and we really got them to be more active with their participation. It was really important that they buy into their own learning and take responsibility for that. So with all of this in place, my students performed at the same level as my core students. And so it was a tremendous success. At the very end, when we were discussing the success, I had remembered how one of my coaches had showed me a quote from the National Equity Project about what equity was. It's ensuring equally high outcomes for all participants, removing the predictability of successes or failures, and it's about interrupting inequitable practices. And I went back to my coach and said, at first I wasn't too sure. I don't think I personally bought into that. But now I really think about that quote a little bit more than I have in the past. And I guess you could say that it's renewed my motivation for being in the classroom.